welcome to Community Voice. It is Thursday, February 18th, and I'm your host, Josh Engel. We have a very special show today planned for our listeners. We have Oak Mountain Academy joining us in the studio today, but not just Oak Mountain Academy. A very special lineup of students. Some 5th grade and 4th grade, or just 5th grade?
5th grade.
Okay. We have some 5th grade students here, and they are part of the K-Kids program over at Oak Mountain Academy. The K stands for Kiwanis, I do believe. So I want to introduce everyone that we have here in the studio. So when I say your name, just wave and look at the camera, okay? And you can look at that camera right there. First, we have an educator from Oak Mountain Academy, Miss Michelle Alexander. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Thank you for waving. All right, and then coming up after that, we have Zephin Green. There's Zephin. After Zephin, we have Damian Rui Shelp.
Hi.
Oh, how sweet. We also have Miss Catherine Rooks.
Hello.
In the cool glasses, very similar to mine. And then we also have Miss Madeline Hanson.
Hello.
Excellent. So don't forget, when it's your turn to talk, you just pull the mic in front of you. But first, why don't we start with Miss Michelle Alexander. Good morning, Miss Alexander. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for allowing us to be here this morning to share with you about Oak Mountain Academy K-Kids.
It's just so exciting. I got to hear from Miss Kilgore about some of the great stuff that you guys do, and we're just pumped to have all of you here in the studio. So first and foremost, why don't we ask a bit about the, well, first of all, how long have you been an educator at Oak Mountain Academy?
This is my 6th year at Oak Mountain Academy. It's my 36th year as a teacher.
Well, let's give Miss Alexander some applause.
I love it. I love teaching, and I love these kids that we work with every day, so it's really nice. And this is the 6th year for K-Kids at Oak Mountain Academy.
So let's hear a bit about K-Kids.
Yeah, so we started K-Kids 6 years ago. And there are 3 sponsors, and I'm one of those sponsors. And we meet once a month, and we try to model it like the adult Kiwanis Club. And we go to their meetings once a year, and we see how they run their meetings. And so we say, okay, that's what we want to do, so that these children can say, okay, one day I can go to K-Kids as an elementary student, Builders Club as a middle school student, Key Club as a upper school student. There's a college component as well, and then as an adult, they can become Kiwanis members. So it's really neat, and this club has been recognized several times for being an outstanding club through the Kiwanis Association.
Excellent. Well, why don't we give all the K-Kids a quick round of applause, too. Excellent work. All right, so we have here some of the officers. Now, I wanted to ask you, Miss Alexander, before we start to talk to some of these officers, how exactly are they selected?
Oh, it's a process. So they have to write a speech. They have to come before their peers. They have to give their speech and tell why they should be selected as an officer. And sometimes they are campaigning for just a particular slot, and other times we just ask them to campaign just for any officer slot. And then we just see how it kind of falls. And then their peers select, they vote for them, and their teachers also have to put in a good word for them as well. And then we go from there. And we've been doing that way for 6 years now. And so we've always had excellent leaders, and they develop their leadership skills even further through K-Kids.
Wonderful. So, if you don't mind, would you mind giving us an idea of some of the good work that the K-Kids work so diligently to do for the community? Because I know that they'll be expounding here in a bit, but I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, so I'll remind you so they can talk to you. We always try to do lots of projects, and as I think about over the years the things we've done, we have collected, you're not going to believe this, we've collected like computers and things. You know how when they have that, what is the thing where everybody can take their electronics?
E-recycling.
Yes.
With Keep Carol Beautiful.
So we did that through the K-Kids one year, and I had a parent call, and she brought, her whole car was loaded down with electronics, and we had to unload them and all that. Okay, we do the Angel Tree. We are the sponsors for the Angel Tree at Oak Mountain. Our big thing, though, is the Eliminator Project, and that project is to eliminate, they're going to talk to you about this too, tetanus for mothers and babies around the world. So those are some of the things we do, and they'll tell you about the Eliminator Project because it's so much fun.
That is so awesome. That is fantastic. So, if you don't mind, how exactly did this organization come about?
Well, I think the Kiwanis Club reached out to us, And they were, they told us, hey, there can be a K-Kids. You've got a Key Club. You could have Builders Club. You could have K-Kids. And so we were like, that sounds great. And actually, there was a lady in Coweta County as well who was a big Kiwanis who knew one of our original teacher sponsors. And she encouraged us, yes, you would love to be a part of K-Kids. And it's been a great thing for Oak Mountain and for the students that have come through.
And you mentioned the sponsors. Mm-hmm. So you said that there are 3 teacher sponsors.
Yes.
How were those selected?
They just presented the idea to the teachers, and the 3 of us raised our hands. And so we just jumped on board and said, hey, that'll be great. We'll do it. And so we were really excited. One of our teachers has retired, and so it's really just down to the 2 of us, But that's okay because we all have a different, role that we play. And it's really important to have your adults doing what they should be doing and leading these children to do the best they can and learn what they're supposed to learn through K-Kids.
Becoming some great leaders.
Yes.
So why don't we slide the mic over to Zephan Green. Good morning, Zephan. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Pretty good. I like to hear that. I feel that too. I'm pretty good myself. And by the way, Zephan, one moment before we continue, I want to make sure everyone knows that we are on Facebook Live. So if anyone is on Facebook right now that's watching and would like to throw in some questions for the awesome K-Kids team, feel free to type that in under the comment section, and your humble host will read the questions to the team. So, all right, Zephan. So, how long have you been a K-Kid?
I've been in K-Kids for about 2 years.
2 years? I see. So what made you want to be a K-Kid?
Well, first thing was my brother Xavier. He used to be in K-Kids. I really liked how even though sometimes he may not be home after school and stuff.
Sure.
Sometimes I go to school and I see him do these fun projects, and that was one of the reasons why I went to K-Kids.
So you see your older brother doing something cool, you got to do it too.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, come on. He can't have all the fun.
Yeah.
So his name is Xavier.
Xavier, not X.
Just Xavier.
Yes.
You believe they got such cool names? Zephan and Xavier. That's awesome. So, so far, what has been your favorite project that you've worked on through the K-Kids?
That I've worked on, probably the treat sale.
Ah, the treat sale?
Yes.
So what kind of treats were on sale?
I think there were some donuts, I think. Donuts. We had these small mini little Debbie cakes.
Sure.
We also had these cosmic brownies, these brownies with some
the little colored sprinkles on?
Yeah.
So you guys were selling those. Did you raise money for a good cause?
Yes.
What did you raise the money for?
I think it was the tetanus shots for babies.
The Eliminator Project.
Yes.
Excellent. So the Eliminator Project, as Miss Alexander mentioned before, the money goes towards helping get tetanus shots for mothers and babies. Why do we think that's so important, Zephan?
I think it's because to help mothers and babies keep them surviving.
Sure. Tetanus is a scary thing, and it's very easy to get. So it's really awesome that you guys are going out of your way to help raise money to help these parents that have it. Well, I'll tell you what, Zephan, we're going to take our first commercial break. But when we come back, we'll chat a bit more, and then we'll move on to chat with Mr. Damien. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into Community Voice. Stay with us. When we come back, we will continue our conversation with Oak Mountain Academy's K-Kids, the fifth grade super team that is doing some really good work here in the community. So stay with us.
Travel, get-togethers, Sunday morning worship. COVID-19 has almost put a stop to our way of life. Vaccination is our best shot at getting back to normal. The COVID-19 vaccine is based on more than a decade of research. Trials show it's safe and can provide up to 95% protection when you've received both doses. Tanner is committed to making the vaccine as widely available as possible, giving you a shot at getting back to life. Until then, keep wearing your mask, washing your hands, and avoid gatherings. Learn more and get updates at tanner.org/vaccine.
At Oak Mountain Academy, our daily schedule includes convocation, prayer, and the Pledge of Allegiance. By doing so, we build a family-like community where all students grow and flourish and personal faith is encouraged. Through community service and a historical approach to biblical study, our students are taught the value of the warrior way, honesty, respect, and responsibility. Oak Mountain Academy. We are a family creating legacies. To learn more, visit oakmountain.us.
And welcome back to Community Voice. I am your host, Josh Engel. We have Oak Mountain Academy in the studio today. The K-Kids, a fifth grade team of kids that partner with the Kiwanis organization to do some good work for the local community. Kids, thank you guys so much for being here. This is such a fun show. So right now we're talking with Zephin Green. Zephin, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to while you're on the radio?
I'll give a shout out to Miss Alexander.
Oh, how sweet.
Thank you.
Is she a great teacher?
Yes.
That's what I figured. She
Best
seems pretty
teacher.
great.
So right before the break, you and I were having a great conversation about the treat sale that the K-Kids, that you guys sort of managed to help raise money for your Eliminator project, which helps mothers and babies with tetanus. So was this year a little different last year when you guys did the treat sale?
Yes, because of COVID-19, we weren't actually able to give the kids the actual treats and give them down because, like, sometimes that can spread germs. So instead, we basically, the kids came down there and then ordered the treats, and after that, we packaged the treats and then we sent them to the teachers.
So then the officers here, you guys carried them to the teachers?
Yes.
Excellent. See, now that's really good because cosmic brownies are very good, but they're not worth catching COVID-19 over. So I'm really glad that thank you guys for doing that. That's keeping your fellow students and everybody safe. So you guys had to do a little differently. Hopefully COVID-19 will be in the past. So the next treat sale you guys have, hopefully you'll be able to hand them out in person.
All right.
Hopefully. Let's hope so. But the K-Kids are going to keep doing good work. So now if we'll move the mic over to Damien Ruiz-Shelp. Damien, good morning, my friend. Get about 2 inches away from the mic there. How are you?
Good.
All right. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to since you're on the radio here?
I'll give a shout out to my amazing teachers.
Yeah, right on. I know that Oak Mountain has
Has some great teachers. What about your family?
My family.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, we'll talk about K-Kids. So, Damien, how long have you been a K-Kid?
This is my first year.
So are you the newest member?
No,
One
I'm not
of the
really
newer
the
members.
newest, but there is a fourth grader in K-Kids.
Sure.
Well, we have a comment here on our Facebook live stream. Bob Uglum says, "Thank you, Miss Alexander. Golden K Kiwanis misses you all at the pancake breakfast. You guys are really fun, right? Have fun at the Kiwanis pancake breakfast." So, Damien, what has been your favorite part of being a K-Kid thus far?
My favorite part is being able to do things to actually help so many people.
Yeah, it's a real scary time out there, so it's good to help people when you can, right?
Yes.
So, could you talk to us a bit about the angel tree?
You remember at Christmas time?
You guys did at Christmas time? It's all right. Don't worry about it. Is there one that is there something you guys have done that you'd love to talk about?
I'd have to say just the treat sale is
Yeah.
something that we've been talking about the most.
Sure. And what's your favorite treat at the treat sale?
I haven't tried all of them, so I don't know.
Sure.
Well, you have plenty of time to figure it out. I didn't know what my favorite treat was until I was in high school, so it's okay. It takes time. So do you enjoy, so you're in 5th grade at Oak Mountain Academy. What's your favorite subject that you currently study?
My favorite subject is math
Really? Now, why do you like math?
because it's everywhere.
It is everywhere. I'm not very good at math, so I may need to ask your help because math is everywhere, and I wish that I was better at it. So being a K-Kid, you guys get to go out and help a lot of people. Why is it important to help people?
Helping people makes people more kind to more people, and then that just keeps spreading to more and more people.
So it's like a snowball rolling down a hill. The more snow gets on it, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So now it's a snowball effect, and you can help more people.
Can he tell you about his office that he holds?
Yeah, tell me a bit about the office that you hold.
I am the treasurer at K-Kids, and me being at my first year shows that A lot of people can help a service by just not doing much at all.
Sure. I see. So that way, kind of hang back and just handle things as they come up. So being such a fan of math, that definitely makes it easier to be the treasurer, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. So do you hope to continue with the K Kids moving forward?
Yes.
All right. Damien, I'm so glad that I had the chance to talk to you, but we're going to move over to Miss Catherine Rooks, if that sounds good. Miss Alexander, you can have that mic back. Catherine Rooks, long time no see. How have you been since the last time we had you on the program?
I've been good. How have you been?
I've been pretty great. Thank you for asking. No one ever asked that. Thank you. So let's talk a bit about the Angel Tree Project, because the Oak Mountain Academy's K Kids, you guys are doing so much good stuff for the local community. Let's hear about this Angel Tree.
So the Angel Tree is something we do every year around Christmas time, where you pick an ornament off of a tree, and it tells you what a kid somewhere in the world wants for Christmas. So what you do is you buy that thing for Christmas, you wrap it up, and we put it underneath the tree, and we deliver it to those people. So you get to spread the Christmas cheer.
So you get to be someone's angel.
Yes.
And you get to bring them that special present.
Yes.
So are these people that may not get to have a lot of presents?
Yes, they don't get a lot of presents.
And as Damien said, it's really important that we help other people, because then that inspires other people to be more kind and to help other people.
Yes.
That's wonderful. So how long have you been a K Kid?
I've been a K Kid for 2 years now.
Fun. Do you enjoy being in this group?
Yes, I love being in this group.
That's wonderful. So do you want to be a Kiwanis member when you get older?
Yes, definitely.
So you're at Oak Mountain. Is there anyone you'd want to give a shout out to?
I would like to give a shout out to my older sister, Lauren.
Aw.
She's 3 years older than me. And she's
Lauren?
at Oak Mountain. Yes.
You're 3 years older than her, but she's the one on the radio. Just remember that. So shout out to Lauren. So we're so glad that you guys came on and talked to us. Now, this Eliminator Project, that's very important to be able to help all these individuals that are suffering with tetanus.
Yes.
So what is your office at the organization?
I am the president of K Kids.
Wow, the president, Your Majesty. So nice to have you here. So as president, what are some of the tasks that you guys do?
Well, some of the things that I do is I do the meetings, like I start the meetings, and then I try to help people if they're having trouble with some of our projects that we do.
Sure.
And as I said, I start the meeting, and I call in all of them to share their things.
So you got to call it to order.
Yes.
Nice. So when you have new K Club members, you probably help kind of get them acclimated and talk to them about what it's like to be a K Kid.
Yes.
Wonderful. So as we mentioned here, the Eliminator Project, it's very important. So as the president, what kind of things have you done to try to help with this project and make it so special?
Well, I'm trying on the Eliminator.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had the Eliminator yet this year.
But you're working
But
towards
we're
it.
working towards it. So, we have tried to, we are trying to.
May I help out just a little
Sure,
bit?
yeah, of course.
You know what as I just realized is all of these children were K-Kid members last year, but we went home on March 13th last year.
So you wouldn't, yeah, of
So, you
course.
see, we didn't have the Eliminator Project last year, but as third grade students, every one of them participated.
That's awesome.
So they're
That's
having to
great.
go back in their mind and think, oh, wait a minute, we didn't have the Eliminator Project last year because we were at home virtually, right?
Sure, yeah.
But so that may be why, but this coming up, and we make posters to remember the posters. And what do you do outside on the day of the Eliminator Project? Yeah, that's what they just need a little prompting
Nice,
to remember.
yeah. Hey, we all need a little prompting sometimes.
Because
I'm right
all
there
of
too.
the students in the lower school participate in the Eliminator Project the day of the Eliminator Project when it takes place at Oak Mountain Academy. So, but they were young, because third grade was a long time ago now, wasn't it?
It's a long time ago. Lots happened since then, right?
So do you remember how we would go out on the playground?
I do remember.
Okay, so now that kind of helped them with their memory.
We would go out on the playground, and all the people who have given money to be in it would eat a quarter of a lemon. And after we did that, we would all get lemonade. And we had this little prize area where whoever donated the most money would get a special prize. And we would all be able to go outside and play on the playground after that.
That's so fun. Well, thank you guys for what you're doing. You're helping a lot of people.
Thank you for letting us come.
Well, all right. Well, we're going to take our second break, but before we do have a comment here on the Facebook Live stream on our WLBB Facebook page. It's from Rob Hansen. Oak Mountain Academy and K-Kids rock. How many members does OMA have in the K-Clubs? In the K-Kids Club? Yeah, how many members do we have?
Do you know?
Well,
Zephyr, do you know? Zephyr is our vice president, and he takes the role every week.
Oh, excellent.
So 16 this year.
16. That is so wonderful. Well, before we take our second break, let's have another round of applause for the K-Kids. That's awesome. Thank you guys for what you're doing. So we're going to take our second break, but when we come back, we're going to continue our conversation with the Oak Mountain Academy K-Kids. So stay with us.
Travel, get-togethers, Sunday morning worship. COVID-19 has almost put a stop to our way of life. Vaccination is our best shot at getting back to normal. The COVID-19 vaccine is based on more than a decade of research. Trials show it's safe and can provide up to 95% protection when you've received both doses. Tanner is committed to making the vaccine as widely available as possible, giving you a shot at getting back to life. Until then, keep wearing your mask, washing your hands, and avoid gatherings. Learn more and get updates at tanner.org/vaccine.
At Oak Mountain Academy, our academic excellence shines through innovation and a personalized educational experience. Our pre-K 3 through 12th grade environment offers a family-oriented atmosphere. We are an independent school with faith-based values and an Academy Honor Code. Our academic standards prepare our students for college and beyond. I'm Patrick Duran, headmaster, inviting you to visit us on the mountain or at oakmountain.us. Come see how our warriors are creating legacies.
And we're back to Community Voice. I am your host, Josh Engel. It is Thursday, February 18th, and we got a great show going on right now. We got the Oak Mountain Academy K-Kids here in the studio. K stands for Kiwanis. This is an awesome partnership with Oak Mountain Academy students and teachers and the Kiwanis Club to do great work out in the community, such as collecting electronics for e-recycling events, the Angel Tree event where they can help get presents to children in need that may not have presents, and the Eliminated Project, which helps mothers and babies with tetanus, help get tetanus shots out to those families. So we're so pumped to have the K-Kids here in the studio. We've got to talk through some of the kids, all the different members and of the roster here. But now we're, last but not least, Madeline Hansen. Good morning, Madeline. How are you?
Great.
You want to talk just a little bit closer to the microphone there. Okay. So how long have you been a K-Kid?
2 years.
2 years. And what's your office?
I'm the secretary.
You're the secretary. You definitely seem like you're organized. Like are your schoolwork, is it all very neatly written and organized?
Pretty much.
That's what I thought. I had a feeling. So, Madeline, as a secretary, what are some of the things that you do?
Well, I write the minutes of the meeting and read the ones from the last meeting.
So not just the kids that are at the meetings, but also the virtual kids that are also members of K-Clubs, and we're so pumped for all the digital members, the virtual members that are in K-Kids, because they're doing great stuff too. So thank you guys for being in the club. So you talk to all of the kids then. All right. So before we came back, you mentioned that there have been some awesome guest speakers that have came through and spoke to the Kiwanis kids at Oak Mountain. Tell me about that.
Well, we've had a lot of different neat, cool guest speakers come in. One was Mr. Sortsbager, who came in to talk about fitness and how to eat right and things like that. Then another guest speaker was a Swedish foreign exchange student who came in and talked about Sweden and all things like that.
Is Sweden really cold? I think it is. So some guest speakers from all around the world that are coming to talk.
Yes.
What has been your favorite speaker thus far?
It probably was the Sweden foreign exchange student, because she was so interesting and had so many cool things to tell.
It's really wild how different other places of the world are compared to our own home, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
They're all different, but they're very important and very special, and it's really cool that they were able to come talk.
Yes, it was.
So, Miss Alexander mentioned that sometimes the K-Kids like to go visit nursing homes.
Yes.
every year we'll go visit a nursing home. We didn't get to do it this year because of COVID, but every year we'll go to a nursing home and sing and visit and bring cards sometimes or gifts we've made.
Sure. Now, what was that like doing that?
I liked doing it because we got to help so many people, and it was so wonderful just to see all of them smile.
Sure. Because I bet sometimes it can be real lonely in places like that, you know. You're getting older, and your family may not live near, so it's very sad and lonely sometimes. But when groups like the K-Kids can come in, I bet that just makes everything better. That would probably explain why they're all smiling so big. So that's a really good thing that you guys did.
Yes.
So what are some other things about being a K-Kid that you think are very important?
Being a K-Kid, I think it's important to follow the warrior way, and also just to be kind and open and ready to help.
That's awesome. Well, I'm so glad that we got to talk to you, Miss Catherine Rooks. Now, is there anyone that you'd like to give a shout out to?
My 3 younger siblings and my mom and dad.
I said Catherine, that was you, Madeline Hanson. Say that again, who you'd like to give that shout out to?
My 3 younger siblings and my mom and dad.
That's so awesome. So, hey, 3 other siblings and mom and dad, thank you guys for tuning in. So, Miss Alexander, we only have a few minutes left. So I wanted to talk to you real quick. What are some goals that you guys have for the K-Kids moving forward?
Goals for the K-Kids moving forward. The main focus for me this year is building leadership skills. Just like Madeline said, it's part of the warrior way that we want our students to become leaders in their community. And so even in our clubs after school, we try to foster that and to help them develop leadership skills so they can stand up in front of a group and feel comfortable, or come to a radio station and feel comfortable, and so that they can be leaders in their community.
Well, you guys are definitely off to a great start because you're all very well spoken, very intelligent, and you're all doing your best to help the local community. And that's a great trait to have because, you know, as you get older, there aren't as many people helping each other. So I think it's really great that you guys are doing it. So why don't we keep doing that and keep helping folks that are out there suffering? So you guys will just keep doing the great work that you do, and I appreciate that work. So where could folks find out more information about the K-Kids?
Well, you can go online and you can just Google K-Kids. And lots of information comes up because I Google it quite often and to come up with ideas for what we're going to do in our club meetings. And there's a whole virtual component this year because some K-Kids are not meeting in person. And we have 4 members at times. It kind of fluctuates of students who join us each month through our Zoom cameras. And we're very thankful that they are staying plugged in with us and being a part of our club, even though they can't be with us physically in school.
Because even if they can't be with you, they can still do their part and help make the great work of the K-Kids possible.
Yes, I'd like to give a shout out to Elaney and Chris Ward and Henry Garrett and Alaya. They were all some of our virtual students last month, and Zephin was even virtual last month, and so it kind of fluctuates. But I just have in my mind seeing Elaney's face, and she had her K-Kids shirt on, and she's back there on the big screen, and it's just great that kids and the parents are so great to allow their students to be a part of our group, and it's just very important to the students and the parents, so it's great.
Well, thank you to all the students, all the parents that are allowing this to happen, and that's great, and also to Oak Mountain Academy for partnering with the Kiwanis and doing such great work. Hey, thank you guys for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
We'll see you guys next time, and hey, we'll see you next time as well. Thank you for tuning in.